So I'm a little bit late to the party. It turns out the Turtle WoW YouTube channel has been shut down by Blizzard.
You're telling me Blizzard hates fun? I can't stand them sometimes.
You're absolutely right, Ursul. Blizzard hates fun. So, from what I gathered, it looks like Blizzard, to both Turtle WoW and Ascension WoW, has sent out copyright strikes on many of the videos on both of the YouTube channels, which, you know, after 3, it gets your channel shut down. They got like 6 to 7, maybe even more channel strikes, which shut them down. Not only that, their other social media sites have gotten several copyright strikes as well. At least to however that functions on the other sites. I'm not too familiar with social media sites, but the equivalent of them on their sites. They got around 1 to 2 each. So those sites are still up, but their YouTube is completely gone.
But wait a minute. What will happen to Turtle WoW the server, not just the YouTube channel?
Well, luckily for right now, their actual, like, playable server is still up and running, both Ascension and Turtle WoW, and we've not seen any DMCAs from Blizzard just yet to either of the servers. So I think this is mostly a scare tactic. I don't think they're actually going after the servers just yet, because you have to remember, the last time they shut down a very big and popular server, if it was a small server, no one would care, but when they shut down a really big private server, a popular one, that was Nostalrius, and you all remember the backlash that happened after that to Blizzard. They lost even more subs than they were already losing to the private servers, and then that actually got people even more interested, like, because at that time, you know, you had some people who knew about the servers, but when it became more known, it was like the Streisand effect. Well, I want to check out these servers, and suddenly servers like Chronos boomed. Of course, you had the refugees from Nostalrius, but all of those, then you had Elysium, Light's Hope, all of them boomed afterward, at least to an extent. But I have a theory to why it's happening now, because if you think about it, this has been Turtle WoW has been around for years, Ascension WoW has been around for years, and nothing has happened until now. So, why is that? First, before we get to that, so my theory on why this is happening. So, the reason I believe that was, you know, whispered around, not really out in the open for the original Nostalrius shutdown, was that because obviously they're losing players because Warlords of Draenor sucked, and that server that was the original WoW, which at the time Blizzard was dead set against, was getting more and more popular. Well, when Classic was announced, well, you know, they shut down Nostalrius. When Classic was announced, there were still servers, but closer and closer to the release date of Classic WoW, the private servers had a couple of reasons why they wanted to shut down. One of them being that, well, now we have an official Classic WoW. Why do we need a private server? You know, stuff like that. So they, well, to the most part, the ones that were run by, like, White Kidney, like Light's Hope and everything, Northdale, they all shut down. Chronos is still up and is still going, but all of the other Blizz-like servers shut down to make room for Classic WoW, and everybody flooded Classic WoW, remember? Well, with various things that have happened with both Blizzard and the Classic game itself, a lot of people didn't stick around for the end of Vanilla, and a lot of people didn't play TBC. I myself skipped it. I really don't really care about TBC, but also shit with Blizzard, I didn't want to pay for it. Anyway, the point is, a lot of people missed out on TBC, and even less people are playing it. Most people are waiting around for Wrath, and that's completely fine. But here's now why I think they're attacking the private servers. They are down players because no one is playing TBC towards the end. Maybe they noticed with the pre-patch, yeah, there are a lot of people playing the pre-patch right now. I mean, I have a fucking hour-long queue to get on my server, right? And it's like, it's not even the fresh server. But they have a lot less servers than they started out with originally because they had to condense it down because overall there are less players. They see now these custom servers becoming more and more popular. I don't know what's going to happen with Everlook, because Everlook is going to be just like Nostalrius was to a degree, where it's a Blizz-like server, right? These are custom servers. Now, I already explained that there's going to be a little bit of that competition between Wrath and Turtle WoW and Ascension WoW, but they're completely different games, right? So why would that be? Well, I think it was before Wrath was announced, even though we kind of knew it was going to be announced, but they pretty much said, well, guys, if we launch Wrath, you know, that's going to be the end of the trilogy, the original trilogy. So what would you want to see next? And they gave a survey for people like, what do you want to see next? Do you want to see just seasonal stuff? Do you want us to do this? Or do you want maybe a vanilla plus experience, a la, you know, OSRS, right? A lot of people, look, there are people who like the no changes, Blizz-like, and that's completely fine, and that's why people are looking at the new Everlook server coming out. But many other people, they just like the feel, the playing of the original game. But it's been around for nearly 20 years. Nearly 20 years. You know, it's hitting 18 now. People have played it to death. We know all the secrets. We know everything. So we want to be able to play the same type of gameplay, but have something new. That's why I love Turtle WoW. That's why I'm looking forward to Epoch. A lot of people jumped on Revelation WoW. Of course, that went to shit. But still, you know, regardless of what happened with Revelation, you know, it was something like, wow, it's vanilla gameplay, but look at the world is different. The classes feel different. There's going to be new races, all that stuff, right? And that's what people really want. I think they're because they could have done this at any time, right? While there are loopholes and there are rules by the EULA or whatever it's called that you could follow to host a private server, and there are emulation laws and so on, they can technically still shut you down at any time if they wanted to, but they never did. They never did. Turtle WoW and Ascension has been going on for years. But why are they doing it now? That's the whole question, right? I know I've been beating around the bush, but here it is. I think they are going to release their own Vanilla Plus. The Season of Mastery was a nice little thing, but I doubt it got the numbers that they wanted. So, imagine if they released a Vanilla Plus. Now, it's going to go through the normal cycle, whatever, and then once it hits Nax, or even before they hit Nax, then they start releasing Gilligajim, they start releasing Lapidus, they release the Dragon Isles, which are in the original vanilla map. You see them at the little dots above Tirisfal, like, you know, a vanilla version Dragon Isles. They add Zandalar, which again is in the map. Telebim, they could add that. Isle of Plunder, even a Warcraft 3-esque version of Northrend. What if they add the original, like, just they expand, they add Hyjal. There are like 5 zones in Eastern Kingdoms that are blank. You can, they are on the map, but you cannot mouse over them. There's no name. Fill those in. Karazhan, Uldum. There's tons of things you could do with just the vanilla, and even adding, you know, Warcraft 3-esque stuff to the vanilla style server, right? There's plenty of things they can do. We see Turtle WoW doing it. Epoch is gonna do it. What if Blizzard did it? I think they're planning on doing it. They have this idea. They ask people. They're looking to do that now. Now they want to eliminate the competition. So that's my theory on it. Whether that happens or whether it's true or not, I don't know. Now, in terms of Turtle WoW, back to the strikes, I've already reached out to a couple of the people of the server, specifically Torta and one other person. The other person was unable to comment on it. Even though he's part of the team, he doesn't have that level to talk about it. So he recommended me to talk to Torta. Now, I know a lot of you have issues with Torta. I've heard everyone say their side of the story of why they don't like Torta. I'm gonna just... I understand. I get it. But regardless, Torta is still one of the head people of this team. They're going to have some of, even not the most knowledge on the situation. I'd rather hear it from them, regardless of whether you like or dislike Torta. I'm neutral on it. I've heard your complaints, but from your complaints, it seems like it's from, a different server, and I haven't seen it in person yet here. So I'm not gonna worry about that kind of drama as of right now. But right now, we're specifically focusing on this. Now, Torta said, unfortunately, she is out of town. She's not even home. So I'm gonna have to wait and see what she says to see if there's any updates, anything, any more insight on this situation. If I get more information on this, if there's an update, anything at all, I will make another video on this. This is just, me coming out and telling you what's going on, my theory of why it's happening, and hopefully the server stays strong and they don't attack the server itself. So anyway, that's going to be the end of my video. If you need to hear more, or if you want to hear more Turtle WoW news, if you want to hear updates on this situation, you can subscribe, like the video. I do Turtle WoW videos all the time, streams. I do play other private servers. I'm looking forward to Epoch, Project Epoch a lot. There's other servers I'm also looking forward to that are not out yet. I am going to be playing Wrath Classic, and I am going to at least try to play Dragonflight and see how it is. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hey, Ursal, you're gonna help me with the next update, right?
No, you can do the update yourself, hiding behind your keyboard and your monitor. I will actually, personally, go to Blizzard, just like that one guy with all of those petitions, and I will claw them, and I will bite them, and I will... Okay, you know what, I actually won't do that. But, fine, sure, whatever. I will do the next update with you.